dum, dum, da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum. Dum, 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 da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Dum, 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 da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, 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 da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Okay, let's do this. Ой, громко, блядь. Сильно громко. Dum, 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 da 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 dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead, mask. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive. No arguments here. Still, as long as you accept it, the place isn't so bad. Better than sitting here, in silence. Yeah? Didn't think I'd hear a Jedi ever refer to Nar Shaddaa like that. Yeah, right. Save the philosophy for the disciple. He'd eat that stuff up. No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will. Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead. Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there, I just ended up there. I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to. Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I... Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear...
Жестко. Чё так реагирует?
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead. Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there, I just ended up there. Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. Had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story, you hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about. I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter. I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits. Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, and start walking. And this is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there. You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt. Get away from me. Yeah, something wrong. Go ahead. Yep. I've killed people before. I know, it's different. I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I don't like it. And I don't know when or why. Go ahead. Anhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead. I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever. That's a long story. I don't want to get in. Go ahead. I've killed people before, but not if I don't have. I know. I don't know. I don't. Go ahead. Talk. Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Already had one. No thanks. I didn't need friends on Nar Shaddaa, and I don't.
Тяжелый характер такой. Сучка. Полетели с хайда, слетаем. Просто интересно, о чем это скажет. Да знаю я, блядь.
so you've returned. While I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders, it was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be... But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us. Avoiding... Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers. My opinion, they probably perform... Yeah. And if there's nothing else... What is it?
Печалька.
HK-47, I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe this ship has been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden.
Well, this is Onderon. It looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon.
If they decide to do a cargo search, we're gonna be in trouble.
Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here. The Ebon Hawk. I was told to
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call. I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon.
Okay.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us. We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here. Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target. Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. We're lucky Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Let us end this.
You thinking what I'm thinking? These jungles are filled with long, narrow paths, dumb beasts that just keep charging at you. This place is perfect for mines. If the carcasses were worth anything, you could make a fortune.
Fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Tonos Imaragi. Fedko Imaria. Tonos Imaragi. Wanara Chito. Tonos Imaragi. Tonos Imaragi. Look. Fedko. Loka Kamaran and Doso Ran Rinocha. The Ranamosi Buet.
Yeah, something wrong?
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
just what we needed, Mandalorians.
I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exarch's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? Expected as much. Few visit Ducks. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader.
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words and see if they hold any value.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding. Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing. This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge. Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret. So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth. Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced the charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip a switch. You asked if there was anything you could do, and I told you. Nothing in this... We want to keep a low profile, so we've recalled... I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. I'm Zarga. I instruct our RAR men. I
sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip. The Mandalorians will rise again.
Even if... For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circuit. Jedi rely too much on their vaunt. If you want to try and fight us on... You are new here, so you will fight Davro.
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Step in...
Проблем. Ще розіб'ємо.
The match between Jedi and... The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. A challenger has... Here to watch him? Since he is... I will send a runner to... The match between the Jet... Here to watch him? You choose to fight again. Just fist and foot. Tigran chooses to fight hand to hand. The match between the Jedi is the only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can, and it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. There are 2 champions in the camp.
So the Jedi... I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored. I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen you, but
the rules cannot be changed. Several components. Your space metal may have attracted unwanted. Seems to. If you. The only thing I. We actually already found one in an old. That's a problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you. But if you turn your back. Just. Alright then. Any progress? Good to hear it. I've been low on parts. Damn it. Taking up. You here to gloat over your victories in the battle circle. Save it for someone else. So why are you... Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would... If it were a... Our sensors picked up 3 ships land. If any of the Onderon military come search... I don't know. It was some sort... Knowing some... We heard reports of a Zak. If you see one, stay out of its way. It's a huge... You fight a Zakek. Strong words. It would be amusing to see you try to kill such a big... And bring me back a trophy from your... Damn it. Yellow's taking up. You finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death. I was too young to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. With our plans scattered, there was no opportunity. Years ago, young Mandalorians would fly point in a basilisk, laying waste to anything before them, at the forefront of battle. But this has been denied me. What little honor I have earned, you stripped from me in the battle circle. This... You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians. There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared. A Zakek? Those are the deadliest beasts. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakek would be a short-lived honor. What? Yes, I suppose that is... We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together...
of that. I think you've just...
by making it. Mandalore sent me out here personally to... No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on him. Just this corpse. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks.
Whoever these visitors are, they don't know.
He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. Good. There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths.
If we spot any scouts, we'll need to take them out fast before they can warn their companions.
If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it. I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make...
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canucks.
I hope this mission is worth it. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's her! Get her!
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just never ends.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
2 more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone, attack!
Found more of their scouts, but they started shooting as soon as they saw me. I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in the jungle. Surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge was only with Mandalorians. Find out anything useful from them? Colonel, huh? Could be Colonel Tobin. Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon. I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on order. General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you. Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role in dealing with them. They're Onderon military, although they were trying to be secret about it. I've got a feeling you're going to need all the help you can get. One last thing about the battle circle. Your action, perhaps we can face each other then.
see that boma over there? The Force flows through even these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts. They aren't fully formed, basic instincts, urges, dominated by every breath and every moment. Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients, but you must bridge the gap between you feel its consciousness. Yes, like a low rumble before the storm. Use the Force to create a barrier. You came close, and you have the potential. With practice, but the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. With the Force, anything is possible. But that is the end.
Action.
assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back, I still live. I'm just... A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncover... This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. So I've been up here, weaponless. Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to chain? I do not need you to echo my failures to me. I need your aid. You must have cleared the path for the beast coming in. Your actions are worthy of a Mandalorian. Return. Mandalorian camp now. I won't forget. I have only one request.
Egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it. We go into the clearing and attack it. Either it dies or we do. Beasts of the... Then we fight.
I will silence this one.
I must thank you for your help. We have killed this. I'm going back to camp and will tell them of our deed. I'm impressed. Too bad you're a Jedi.
We'll see if Kumas will prove war. Kelborn says, you have enough honor to face a champion. Swords only. No items or the Jedi's. Kelborn chooses to fight with the... The match between the Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you fight in the circle again this day, you will face the break. Here to watch him. We eagerly look forward to this fight. Braylor.
No terms today, Sergeant. I would fight...
Braylor will fight you as you are. Still no killing and no leaving the battle circle. The match between Jedi and Braylor is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have defeated the most worthy of us. You walk away the champion of the battle circle this day. We will not forget your deeds or the honor. Any progress with... That's the best thing I've heard him... Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Any progress... You do? Let me see. I don't know how, but these pieces look in good enough shape to repair. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore how much help you've been. Mandalorians are expected to do anything they can. All right, if you say so.
defeated Braylor in the battle circle. Either you're very lucky, or you're a lot tougher than you look. Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly of you. Zuka told me you helped out with some... The gate guard said... Zarga told me that you were... How many Kanaks did you have to kill to fight? You've made quite a reputation around here. I was planning on heading to Isis tomorrow, but I'll move up. You won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything... I know, it made quite a racket. Good. That's to be expected. It wouldn't be much... Are you ready to go to... Are you ready to... I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes. The Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by...
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi...
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3.
Mandalorians, we got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must... None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must... Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our...
The honor is mine.
trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to ISIS immediately.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shoulda.
Strong word, Your Majesty. But there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of Isis. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Acknowledgement.
What's wrong?